Again, we seem to just do this naturally these days. It does give us another really nice segue into what happened this week regarding Ian Garry and Colby Covington. And I thought this one fascinates me because I don't know about you, but this felt a little bit different. You know, the way these two went about it. Did you get any kind of feeling about that at all before we get into the actual meat and bones of this?
If so, man, times are so different. Like when it comes to the fighters and just the fights in general. Like I remember, back in the day when people, were to talk shit to each other, they're gonna do it face to face. Not, I'm gonna create a scene and let me make sure that the lighting is correct and all this. Yeah. Okay, let me make sure I got my lines. Do you have a teleprompter? Okay, I gotta shoot this video. I wonder how many takes it took for Colby to knock that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it took Ian Garry multiple takes to do his for sure. So, like this is the very thing that the UFC, the reason that they don't have walkouts with people's personality is because they didn't want it to look very WWE-ish. Well, this looks very WWE-ish. When you curate your shit talking, you can't do that. It needs to be organic. Conor McGregor didn't curate his stuff. Chael didn't curate his stuff. Michael Bisping didn't curate his either. And so now they've created this scene for themselves to do their shit talking. Like, come on, man. Like, but that being said, what Colby said on his was better than Ian Garry's. But I still don't really want to see a fight. Like I still don't. That did not raise my level of anticipation of this fight. It just didn't. Because I'm out on Colby. I saw what he did against Leon. I feel to me, this is the white version of Tyron Woodley. The person that's in there that don't want to fight no more. And I don't want to see him go the same path of Tyron Woodley, where he's in these fights just to collect a check and he's going to just be in there and getting washed. And so I don't really want to see the fight because I don't anticipate a good fight.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's a reasonable
it was ridiculous.
I feel the total opposite. I do. Do you know what? Like, I thought this was brilliant. Like, firstly, I thought it was brilliant from the point of view of Colby's perspective, and I believe that because of the exact reasons you just gave. Colby received so much shit for all the circus surrounding the Leon Edwards fight, and then ultimately failing to deliver. So him calling out a man that's receiving more vitriol than him, I think is a very brilliant and very quick way to get the fans back interested and on side for him. I actually thought the promo was ridiculous, but it was amusing. Like, I enjoyed it. Like, some of the stipulations put forward were obviously really silly, but I think they had the desired effect. They got people talking, it got people interested in Colby again. Not the entire MMA fan base, that would be ridiculous. Like I said, you yourself, you checked out as soon as he did what he did with Leon, and that was that. But it drew some fans back in, and myself included. Now, what kind of added fuel to the fire is, like, with Garry's call out, which I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting Garry to do a rebuttal. Yeah. And it started out really bad. So Garry did his usual thing that really, he starts out by simping, which we get it, you're the bitch here, and when he actually becomes a man, we know it, we're grown men. When he grows up to be 30, 35 years old and he watches back on this, he's going to want to chew on a barrel. Because he's literally given the world and the internet endless ammunition to go back and fire on him. the amount of simping and like I don't have words for it, you know.
Yeah.
But the what I will say though is the end of the promo I actually thought was quite good as well. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of hyped me for this one. Like the whole like I quit thing. I thought that was a great promo cut, and obviously just as dumb as what Colby was saying. You know what? I kind of dig it. Like I think this whole thing that they've done, it's very new to MMA in a way, and in a stupid way, I'm kind of for it. Because like they're bound to the WWE now. They might as well they might as well like embrace the shoot side of it. Like anything that promotes a fight, some things are gonna work, some things are gonna fall down. The fact that they're trying something new, I'm all for it. The UFC is lacking a little bit in that kind of pizzazz these days. But this is gonna sound like a very weird turnaround. I don't actually think the fight's gonna happen. I don't think the fight's gonna happen at all. I think Colby is literally using Garry's name to stay relevant. I don't really think he wants that fight. I don't think he does. I think
he shouldn't. And
I think that Colby is going to basically draw this out for ages, and that the fight ends up not happening and Garry ends up fighting somebody else. Like the thing is with Colby that we know, he can't be trusted to follow through anymore. He just wants to be on social media. He wants to be spoken about. He wants to be the flavor of the minute. I think for all the funny, you know, how as funny as this whole promo thing was, and as interesting as I want to see it maybe go with others in the future, I ultimately don't think it's going to lead anywhere. You know, I don't think we're going to see Colby for a while. And I think if it actually did go down, this is something I wasn't talking about, or what I wasn't thinking about talking about. I actually think Garry would beat him as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would be fun to get it as well for the press conference and for the back and forth. And I think it would elevate both of them because we really need stars now and the UFC needs stars now. But I think Garry would fuck him up, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. No, I mean, if it's the Leon that we just saw, not Leon, the Colby that we just saw against Leon, yeah, he does. And that's actually the primary reason that I don't want him to fight him. Because to me, that's a free pass, man. Like,
it's free legacy fight.
No. He's like, no, you're not going to fight a dude that's clearly on a decline to get up into the top 5. When
because you're not getting
Jack Della Maddalena had to fight Gilbert Burns. Like, come on, bro. No, you're not getting that.
No, but I think Garry,
somebody that's real.
I think Garry's slow rolling as well, though. And I think, like, based on what he said after he fought Jeff Neal, is it Jeff or Joff? Jeff. I've heard people say Joff, and I didn't really understand that. That was weird to me. But yeah, looking at how he spoke after the Jeff Neal fight, he's planning on slow rolling now. He's not looking up. He's looking at kind of people beneath him, just about around him. I think he's going to slow his career down a little bit. I don't think he's going to be taking on those contenders, like, because he knows he's on a fast track to somebody like Shavkat, and so the Colby fight makes a lot of sense for him.
Don't want that.
He wants that. He wants the Colby fight. I can understand why he wants it, because he knows what he sees. It's a name. It's a big win against a name that a lot of people don't like, and again, it's just a free stepping stone to getting closer to where he wants to be. And I never actually addressed the issue of, do I want it to happen? Probably not.
I think. I mean, I definitely don't. But I want to see Ian Garry against somebody who's a wrestler. To see how he deals with it. Somebody that's a good wrestler. Like, I want to see him fight Sean Brady. You know, if Sean Brady can get a win.
That's a viable fight.
That's what I want to see. Just to test
I think that's
him.
where he's looking. I think he's looking back now and he's thinking, right, I need to beat some, I need to get somebody who I can, potentially highlight real KO. Because he's looking up where he's looking now, like you said, the Jack Della Maddalenas, the Shavkats and the Leons, that's basically what he's got left. I can see him potentially getting a Bilal fight if Bilal loses to Leon.
Yeah, if he loses,
that could be something he could pick up, especially if Bilal looks horrible. He'd be like, right, take on the number one contender who's just lost. He looks horrible. I'll tuck him in and elevate myself from that.
It's not a
Yeah,
bad
so it's
fight.
interesting. Yeah, but yeah, I thought the whole thing was amusing, if nothing else, and I'm glad that I'm glad that we got something a little bit different.
It did well on the socials.
It did well on the socials. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is apparently really important.